Hey guys, it's Jeremy here at Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What I'm doing this on this video, guys, is again my top 5 albums of the month. This is the 2nd of March, so this will obviously be for February. And honestly, February was such a strong month for releases that I bumped it up to 7. So it's even my top 5 plus 2 bonus because I just couldn't leave the other 2 albums off. They're so good. This has been the strongest month for releases I've seen, honestly, maybe in a couple of years. Like, there's so many good albums that came out this year, and I had to wait right till the end of the month because there was literally 4 of the 7 of these releases just came out on Friday. There's four albums I was really pumped to come out on the end of the month, and they didn't disappoint. They were as good as I thought they were going to be, and every single one of them made the list at the end of the month. So let's jump right in, guys. Like I said, I have 7 in total in this case. Number 7, I put in Dream Theater, Parasomnia. This came out a bit more at the beginning of the month, in February 7th. I love this album. One of the best Dream Theater albums in a long time, with Mike Portnoy back in the band. A lot heavier than previous stuff. Just a really solid album, really epic and progressive. A lot of great heavy guitar riffs and drumming by Portnoy. At the bottom of my list, but it was a really good album. But I'm feeling by the end of the year, it'll be an album I won't listen to quite as much. It'll kind of drop down. I don't think it'll make my year-end list, to be honest. It might if I kind of grasp onto it again, but as of right now, I don't think it'll be in an album that kind of stays with me through the whole year. Some of these albums I reviewed on the channel. Some of them I didn't get a chance to when they came out, which I'm kind of mad I didn't because they're amazing. But number 6 here, I went with the debut album from the band Bronco. I just got introduced to these guys like last week. I heard wind of this album coming out. Somebody might put a hype on it. They're a kind of a doom sludge metal band based out of North Carolina. Kind of a stoner sludge doom kind of stuff. And this is, like I said, their debut album just dropped on Friday. Killer artwork, as you can see beside me here. But this album rips. It's just 8 minutes of pure sludgy, thick and dense and grimy, sludge, brutal, stoner metal. It just sounds amazing. I kind of wanted to review this album still. I might still do so after the fact, but it had to make my list. I just had so many reviews to do at the end of the month. I didn't get a chance to do them all yet. So you might still see a review for this one on the channel in the next couple days. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I had to make the list. I couldn't leave it off. It's just really, really good. I've only got to spin it once so far. That's why it's a little bit lower on my list. But I definitely see this climbing up in my listening over the year for sure. At number 5, I went with the album from the band Mistreater called Do or Die. I think this came out on the 21st. This is another album I didn't get a chance to review. I listened to it after the fact. But this is their second full-length album. Their first one was last year, which honestly I haven't heard yet. I want to go back and listen to that now. But this was my introduction to the band. Really, really good old school heavy metal, speed metal, female fronted, and crazy good vocals. Just super catchy guitar riffs and solos, and just that really classic 80s sound. Might have been even a little bit higher on my list, but I haven't got as many spins on it yet. But if you want to hear just a really, really good old school heavy metal, speed metal band, definitely check these guys out. I'm dying to get this on CD. Just a really, really good album. At number 4, I went with the latest from Chemicide, which I just recently reviewed. Another solid album from these guys, the boys out of Costa Rica. Another balls out thrash album called Violence Prevails. Nothing really bad to say about these guys. They didn't really reinvent the wheel. Just another really solid album from them. They never disappoint. Wasn't mind-blowing in any way, but I didn't get that holy shit feeling kind of thing like I do with some albums, but it was a really, really, really good thrash album. Number 3, I have to thank my subscriber Pete, who brought this band to my attention. They're called Exodus, kind of similar to the Exodus from the Bay Area thrash, but just spelled differently. It's like Exit and then Us. The album's called Killing Breed. It was released on the 22nd. Unfortunately, this is another album I didn't really get to spin until after the fact, so I kind of didn't get a chance to do a review on. but I believe this is their, yeah, this is their second full-length follow-up to their 2023 album. And this album rips. I even like it more than the Chemicide album overall. I find the riffs are just a little bit more catchy and the song's a little bit more better written. Really like this album a lot. Thanks to Pete for bringing it to my attention. Definitely a band I'll be following going forward. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but they're based out of the Czech Republic. Really good stuff. Killer artwork too. At number 2, I have the Canadian Boys back after, I think it was like 16 years, Sacrifice with Volume 6. It's up there with my favorite thrash metal release of the year so far. It's just a crazy good album. It's raw, it's aggressive, it's dingy, it's dirty, it's angry, it's everything I want Sacrifice to be. It's their 6th studio album, again, just released on the 24th of February. And I think the official release for the hard copy came out on the 28th maybe. This is a weird one that had a bunch of different dates listed. But another balls out thrash album, one of my favorites of the year. I think this and The Hazard are my 2 favorite thrash albums so far for the year. And then The Exodus and Chemicide are right up there as well. But if you're not familiar with these guys, they're from Canada, my hometown, Toronto. Definitely check this album out. It was worth the wait. Killer album. And number 1 will probably surprise everybody. I just reviewed it on the channel. I haven't posted it yet. But it's the latest offering from Havoc, pagan black metal band of all things. And I won't say too much about it, but check out my review that I'm going to post probably right after this. 10 out of 10 album. It's my favorite album of the year at this point, at this time, and it just blew my mind. It's definitely more of a listening album, and you kind of want to put your headphones on and kind of soak it all in. But I was blown away how good this album sounds. It doesn't sound like traditional, even pagan black metal. It's got a lot of stuff going on, like a lot of melodies and epicness to it, and it just listen to it and you understand what I'm saying. And check out my review that I'll probably post later today or maybe tomorrow. 10 out of 10 album, perfect in my album of the year up till now. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down below what your top 5 albums of February were, and stay tuned for more great content. And very quickly, I'm going to pull up the count of the albums I'm looking forward to going into March. There's a couple of big heavy hitters coming up. We've got the new one from Destruction, another big thrash album I've been waiting for on the 7th next week, called Birth of Malice. And then the week right after that, we got another heavy hitter thrash album, Warbringer. I think this is definitely going to be the year of thrash, in my opinion. Some monstrous albums. Like, there's already been, like, including the Destruction and Warbringer, there's going to be, like, what, 7 or 8 big thrash bands, albums out already in the first 3 months. Crazy stuff. And then after that, we've got the newest from Bloodywood on the 21st. I'm kind of looking forward to checking that out. I really dug their last album. Really cool sound. What else? Arch Enemy's new album I might check out. That might be okay. Not super pumped for it, but it might be decent. And I'm sure there's others I'm missing as well, but off the list here I'm kind of looking at briefly. The new Spirit Box on the 7th next week. I kind of want to check that out as well. I really like their debut. A lot of people give that band shit, but I'm kind of interested to check out their new album from Spirit Box as well. So again, let me know down below, guys, what your top 5 albums would be of February and what you're looking forward to that's coming up for releases. And keep it metal.